Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Now let's move to the next topic, that is lens maker's formula. Now we are going to discuss about lens maker's formula. Uh, Previously we have discussed one derivation, that refraction through spherical surfaces, and we concluded to a particular relation, and that relation you must know that neta 2 by v minus neta 1 by u is equals to neta 2 minus neta 1 by r. So this expression you have got finally in refraction through spherical surfaces. Refraction through spherical surfaces, we concluded to the relation this one. So you must know, and if you haven't watched that particular video, so please first of all watch that particular video. Then only you are able to understand this particular formula next which we are discussing, that is known as lens maker's formula. Now here the expression which we concluded to, that was neta 2 by v minus neta 1 by u is equals to neta 2 minus neta 1 by r. So you must know that neta 2 is the refractive index of that particular medium in which ray is going. Okay, so and r is the radius of curvature, and afterwards we discussed that this expression is general one and it can be used according to the different spherical surfaces. Suppose some convex is there, concave is there, so put all these values with sign, you will get the expression. Now let us suppose that we have a biconvex lens like this. This is a biconvex lens. Now one most important thing that you have to keep in mind is that this lens maker formula which we are deriving is only applicable for thin lens. Okay, so let's start. Suppose this is a principal axis, this is the optical center. All the distances will be measured from optical center. Suppose we have placed object here, here is the object we have placed, this is the incident ray which is coming, and at this particular point if we will draw a tangent, it will be like this. So this will be the center of curvature, first one. Okay, and afterwards it will bend towards the normal like this, and this will be the I dash. After that, at this particular point if we will draw a normal, it will be somewhat like this. This is the center of curvature, second one. Okay, suppose we have this is the final image. So don't get confused between the center of curvatures. What we have done, we have just draw a normal on two particular points, at point A and at point B. Let us name these particular points. Suppose this point is point A and this point is point B. Okay, so now I just erase this one so that you couldn't get confused. Okay. So the radius of curvature of this particular surface, it is given to you, that is r1, and the radius of curvature of the second surface is given to you, r2. So we have two surfaces now, and there is refraction. जो refraction यहाँ पे हुआ है, that is from two surfaces. So let us apply this particular expression for first surface. For first surface, if we are going to apply this particular expression, okay, let us assume that the surrounding is having a refractive index of neta s and the lens is having a refractive index of neta l. Okay, hope you got till now. So at first particular surface, means at point A, if we will apply this particular expression, see, as we know that neta 2 is the refractive index of that particular medium in which ray is going. So here ray is going in neta L. See, first one, first of all what we are doing, we are applying this particular expression for the first refraction from the first surface. So the second neta 2 medium will be what? Neta L. So I'll put here neta L by V. V is what? V is image distance. So image distance from optical center फॉर द फर्स्ट सरफेस, एक बार बेटा सेकेंड सरफेस को भूल जाओ, जस्ट see that there is only this particular surface. Okay, so the image distance will be v dash, see this one v dash, okay, v dash minus neta 1 from where ray is coming, neta s by u is object distance. I am putting here plus u not minus u. Sign convention जो है हम लोग लास्ट में पुट करेंगे, at last we will use sign according to our surface or whatever else. General formula we are deriving. Okay, neta L by V dash minus neta S by U is equal to neta L minus neta S by R1. Suppose this is equation number 1. Now let us apply this formula for the second surface. From the second surface, second refraction, see at point B. सेकेंड रिफ्रैक्शन जो हुआ है बेटा जी वो कौन से पॉइंट पे हुआ है, वो हुआ है B पॉइंट पे. तो अगर B पॉइंट पे हम देखें कुछ ऐसा सिनेरियो क्रिएट हो रहा है लाइक दिस, फ्रॉम हियर डिस्टेंस इज V dash and final image is forming here, here is V. Somewhat this kind of scenario is there. Now again we have to use this particular expression. Neta 2 is the refractive. See, this is neta L, this is neta S. So if we are applying this particular expression for second surface, second surface के लिए अगर हम apply करते हैं, so what we will get? We will get neta 2 by V. Neta 2 is what? Neta 2 is that particular medium in which ray is going, in which ray is entering, you can say. So that is neta S. So I will put here neta S by, yes, V is what? V is image distance. So what is image? Final image for the second surface. See, the image formed by first surface will act as object for second surface. Keep in mind again what I said, that image formed by first surface will act as a object for the second surface. So this will be neta S by V. What is V actually? V is here V, suppose this, and this is U. Okay, so neta S by V minus neta 1 is neta L by U. U is object, object is V dash. Now object distance is V dash, this is object distance, this is image distance. So object distance will put V dash is equal to neta 2. Neta 2 is what? Neta S. This is neta L, this is neta S. So neta S minus neta L by R2. This we will get. Suppose this is equation number 2. Okay. Now what do you have to do? Just add these two equations. What we have to do? Just add these two equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2, and apply some mathematics. How? See, if we'll add these two equations, what we will get? If we'll add these two equations, we'll get neta L, I am writing here, neta L by V dash minus neta S by U is equal to neta L minus neta S by R1 plus neta S by minus neta L by R2. This we will get, oh sorry, neta S, neta L by V dash minus neta S by U plus this one also. So I am writing it here, plus neta S by V, neta S by V minus neta L by V dash minus neta L by V dash. Okay, this is whole term is equal to neta L minus neta S by R1 plus neta S minus neta L by R2. Something is cancelling out. See, neta L this one, neta L by V dash plus and minus neta L by V dash. These two things will cancel out each other. Okay, so what is remaining? part, write down the remaining part, that will be neta S by V minus neta S by U is equal to. Now see what we are doing here. Shall we write this as neta L minus neta S by R1 minus neta L minus neta S by R2? Yes, we can write it like this or not? Of course we can write, beta. What we have done, we have taken negative sign common from here. If we'll take negative sign common from here, we will get neta S as negative, neta L as plus. So this will be again same, it will becomes, okay. See this particular expression and this particular expression, we'll get neta S common here, 1 by V minus 1 by U bracket is equal to, here we'll get neta L minus neta S 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This will get, this is multiplication, take this neta S to the right hand side, we'll get 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to neta L by neta S minus neta S by neta S is 1. So this will be 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So this expression will get, okay. Now according to thin lens formula, we know what we know. We know that 1 by V minus 1 by U is equal to 1 by F. Or we can say that if U is equal to minus infinite, then V will be plus F. Hope you remember that particular thing, that if U is equals to minus infinite, then V will be plus F for the lens, for each and every lens. Okay, or we can write it like this also, thin lens formula, 1 by V minus 1 by U equals to 1 by F. So we will put 1 by F is equal to neta L upon neta S minus 1, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This will be the final expression. Okay, we can discuss some special case also. What special case? That if neta surrounding is 1 and neta lens is neta, then this expression gets converted to 1 by F is equal to neta minus 1, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. This is basically what? This is lens maker's formula. This one is called as lens maker's formula. Okay, so these are some of the points which you must remember, or which you must know, that this lens maker formula is only valid when rays should be paraxial. We all know what is paraxial rays, okay. And all these things, U, V, R1, R2, all these things must be put with sign. Third point is that R1 is the radius of curvature of that surface on which ray strikes first. Means R1 is the radius of curvature of the surface on which ray strikes first. Okay, this also keep in mind, this R1 radius of curvature on which ray strikes first. Number 4 is lens should be thin. Your lens should be thin because all the distances which we have taken, that U, V, R1, R2, all the distances are taken from the optical center. So you must know that lens should be thin. After that, most important point, that medium on both sides of lenses should be same. Means suppose we have a lens and the medium here it is 1 and here it is 1.5, refractive index is suppose 1.75. So for this kind of situation, this formula will not be valid, because at both sides of lenses medium should be same. That means the refractive index must be same. Okay, so these are some of the points which you have to keep in mind while using this particular expression. You can note these points also. Okay, let's do some of the examples on this lens maker formula. The question is that we have given a concave lens, and it is given that the radius of curvature of this part is 30 centimeter and of this part is also 30 centimeter, and it is also given in the question that refractive index of the material is given to you, and that is 1.5. So refractive index of the material is given to you 1.5. Radius of curvature of the first end is 30 and second one is also 30. So let us first see that what is the, we have to find out the focal length. Focal length we have to identify. As we know that expression is equals to 1 by f equals to neta minus 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. Okay. If we'll observe that here the object is placed, suppose, and the ray is coming like this. So the first surface refractive index, not refractive index, first surface radius of curvature. First surface radius of curvature is 30. So the value of R1 will be minus 30 centimeters. Why minus 30? See, incident ray is coming in this particular direction. If incident ray is coming towards positive x-axis, so that particular direction will be considered as positive. This we know, that in which direction the incident ray is going, that direction should be considered as positive direction. So this is the origin, you can say. So its radius of curvature will be somewhere here. Here it is, suppose. So what? So the radius is minus 30. So R1 will be minus 30 centimeters. What about R2? The value of R2 will be positive or negative? Yes, it is towards right direction. So the value of R2 will be plus 30 centimeter. Okay, put the value. We will get 1 by f is equals to neta is 1.5. So 1.5 minus 1 by R1 is minus 30 and minus 1 by plus 30. So we will get 1 by f equals to 0.5 bracket. This will be minus 2 by 30. Okay. So what is the value of f? F equals to 30 minus 30, yes, upon 2 into 0.5. 10, 5 1 ja 5, 6 ja 30, 30. So the focal length will be minus 30 centimeters. And we know that focal length for concave lens, is negative. So it is coming. So f equals to minus 30 centimeters. Okay. So okay, let's move to the next example. Suppose again we have given a lens like this. Okay, and this is having a radius of curvature of 30 centimeters. Again refractive index is 1.5. Now what is the change in this question जो previously हमने discuss किया है? What is the change? Change is that if the surface is straight and one surface is having like this curvature like this, this surface will having a radius of curvature of infinite beta. This is having a radius of curvature of infinite. So straight surface, as we suppose this is a curved surface, this is less curved, this is more less curved, this is straight. So as this curve become less, then radius of curvature keeps on increasing. See, if we'll make it straight, then radius of curvature will be infinite. Okay, so the left hand side, you can say the radius of curvature on the left hand side will be infinite. So I'll write here that radius of curvature will be infinite. We are supposed to find out the focal length. Again I am using the formula 1 by f equals to neta minus 1 by r1 minus 1 by r2. What is the value of r1? the value of R1 is infinite, minus infinite. Okay, so what we can write? We can write 1 by f is equals to 1.5 minus 1 by minus infinite minus 1 by R2. What is R2? R2 is plus 30. From here object ray is coming plus 30, so this will be 1 by 30. So the 1 by f is equals to 0.5 bracket 1 by infinite is what? 0. So I'll get minus 1 by 30. This implies to focal length f is equals to minus 30 by 0.5 centimeters. So this will be 5 6 30. So this implies to focal length will be minus 60 centimeters. So this is the way how we'll find out the value of focal length. Okay, so what the thing which you have to know, or which you must know, is that R1 R2 all these things must be put with sign always. Okay,